Hello again. So I know I've made a couple little short videos, just a sneak peek shit going on, but I thought about time to make a proper one because I've been pretty fucking crook the last few days. So, well, really last couple of weeks I haven't been doing very well, but I'm feeling okay today, so we'll get some things done and I'll run you through a bit what's actually going on. So you can see behind me here, I've got myself a new combustion vehicle. Quite a nice one actually. A very, very good mate of mine who lives up the road. I can't take credit for it. He just saw I was in a shit situation and he did his best to help. You know, I had a wheelchair van which originally I purchased in the intention, because my mum is she had a stroke about 2.5 years ago, so she's half paralysed, and I wanted her to be able to, you know, freely bring her out here and do things with her. So we managed to work together, budget, get a wheelchair van. But unfortunately, due to my ill health and stresses in my life, and the van just being too expensive to maintain for me or anyone else, it really just didn't work out, unfortunately. So she can still come out, just there's a church service that actually you know, transports disabled people, so at least that's lovely. So there's the option she can come out and see me every so often, and obviously now I've got a vehicle again, I can go see her more often, and a mobile, which makes things a lot easier, because, well, when you're in the fucking country, having no car is quite difficult. Especially, you know, like you can't even just catch a fucking taxi, because even if you book a taxi, like, they just don't fucking show up. I had the experience yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment. Luckily the doctor's appointment was on the phone, but I had to go to the chemist. Booked a taxi 2 days in advance. It was for 9 o'clock yesterday morning to pick me up. 8 o'clock in the morning they charged my fare, never showed up, and then they marked the trip as complete. So good on you fucking 1-3 cabs, you fucking cunts. So had to raise a dispute with them and change my card details and that, so I won't be doing that again. So basically, long story short, I've got like two nice mates along this road. They live up the end of the road who can sometimes help me out, but I don't like relying on people, and they've got their own lives. But got me a vehicle again. My mate that helped me out, he fucking sorted out the van that I had. It had the biggest problem we encountered was the automatic transmission fucked out. And it was just way too expensive for me or any of my family to fix. So, you know, I just tried selling the van as is. I had no luck. My mate advertised it as well, and I'm walking away. So the only downfall to it, good old car like always strikes. It's a really good car. I've checked her over. It's actually an ex-mining vehicle. I'll walk you through all that sort of shit inside, but runs real well. Not lowest Ks, it's got like nearly 300,000 Ks on it, but whatever, that's nothing new for me. 2010, so newest vehicle I've owned. Runs nicely, well maintained. I checked it all over. It needs a new clutch, because the first time I drove it, the clutch fucked out. But I do believe that the person who swapped it with me was aware of that, because there's a brand spanking new clutch unopened in the back seat. So luckily that saves me a bit of money on the part, but I've still got to pay the labour to get it done. But whatever, apart from the clutch, this thing's actually a pretty fucking solid rig. And I've already rigged up me dual battery system, so I've got just nothing crazy, just a 1000 watt inverter, single lead battery. There's the fuse or the breaker for the dual battery isolator. They're the fuses for the solar, because I put a solar panel on the roof, because that never hurts. It keeps things topped up and it stops your your fucking main battery ever draining too far for whatever reason. Yeah, check this shit out. I'm wanting to put a light on so you can see if I can. Can I? I can. No. Oh, that don't make a fucking difference. Anyway, so she's got a full, like, legit mod plated, approved fucking roll cages. Is pretty cool. You can see here, fucking, what does it say? Safety cell, uncool, blah 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 blah. All the shit to say this roll cage is legit and road legal. And what tipped me off after that is because I told me mechanic about it. I'm like shit, because I got a mobile mechanic looks after me cars, and I told him about the car, and I said the roll cage, and he's like, fuck. He said it might be an ex-mining vehicle. I'm like, really? He said, yeah, that's a mining spec thing. I'm like, oh, there you go. And then I started doing a bit of inspecting around, and you know, we've got like, what's this one? Got some fucking bullshit like that, and then what confirmed it is right here. See, quality inspected, bloody da. Mine Corp. So she's an ex-mining vehicle, which can be good and bad. Means they've been flogged, but also means they've been fucking well maintained. Because you'll see everything's being done. So they've even written shit like timing belt done this. They've got fucking bits and pieces all over the place, you know, everything's been, at least there's logbook servicing. It's got fucking aftermarket gear on it already. She's got a good ARB bull bar, spotties, a good quality bash plate, fucking snorkel, roof racks, steel tray. Like, fuck, she's not a bad swap, that van. Hopefully this does me well. Don't worry guys, the Hilux is still being built, but I need a fucking vehicle to get me by in the meantime, and I'm sick of having shit boxes, so I finally got something half decent. So hopefully she does me well as me, I suppose, daily driver. And you know, I'm always going to have two vehicles, even when the bloody Hilux is finished. I think it's always wise to have a combustion vehicle just as a backup. But yeah, so that's that one walked around. So we'll walk over there and I'll let you know what's going on over there. Hey Rocket, you want to come for a walk, mate? I just got to turn this kettle off. Let's go for a trudge over here. Come on Rocket, come on mate, come for a trudge. And we'll fucking give you a little look at the veggie garden, how it's going. Might as well, see if it's on the way. So there's still got that shit to pull down, but I'll tell you my plans there in a second. Haven't really sorted that out yet, but I just gravity feed the water to feed the garden, just fill up watering cans. But everything's still going well, real well. Got the fucking veg, look at that, potato patches going off. Fucking everything's going off here. Lettuces actually need to be eaten, they're getting a bit fucking big. We've got the sunflowers that popped themselves up. I reckon they're gonna, not quite, they're starting to get a bit of a flower bud forming. Broccolis are doing awesome, they're starting to actually look like fucking plants now. Fucking broccolis galore, they're always a good one to grow. And we've got more lettuces. Cucumbers are going off. I think I've even got some cucumbers starting to grow if I can find just a couple of them. Where are they? Come on, there we go, look at that. Fucking, there's a cucumber starting to grow. And then, any more? Oh, there's probably more, but either way, this is continental cucumbers, so they'll pretty much cover this whole area. They'll cover all that, and it'll just be, honestly, I'll be inundated with cucumbers. I've had it happen before, not a bad problem, but it's good. They're all healthy. Snow peas are still fucking going off. Ooh, that one needs to be eaten. Give that one a crunch. Hey, Rocket, you want snow pea? I'm giving that one. Oh, Rocket, come on, mate. He loves these. Right. There you go. Gorgeous boy. Alright, that's the garden. That's not actually the main focus of this video. So, look at me face for a bit. Alright, trust me, I was fucking sick as a dog the last few days, but I'm feeling pretty dang good today, which is good. So, seeing as that's the case, and I've got a bit of a fucking deadline with all this bullshit, I better make a move on. This here is what used to be left, is what is left of my Ford Courier that I've parted out. Keeping all of this because my idea is to turn it into a trailer, a work trailer, because why the fuck not? All I've got to do is, so that trailer right there, which is small, so this will be bigger and more useful. So I'm going to flog the axle off that, chuck her on this. Obviously we just cut the exhaust off. We'll probably cut, well, let's see, I want a decent drawbar, so we'll probably cut her about here to the drawbar length, and then to bend them in, we've just got to cut, we'll leave the cross member in, and we've got to cut basically the right angle V's out of this, so we can fold those in together, put a plate on top, and then a drawbar. And then as for this section here, I'm actually going to leave the fuel tank in because my new ute's diesel, and that's a good, just as a auxiliary tank, so I'll rig up some sort of system where I can store fuel in there and pump it into my ute, so if I ever go to do a long trip and haul fuel, I've got a nice tidy under, you know, body fuel tank, which I think is pretty snaz. And then we're going to build a little platform over here where I'm going to mount the generator, and then I'll make a little toolbox here to store the power tools, the welder and shit that need the generator. And then essentially the tray can then remain empty with the ladder racks. So, because I am a chippy by trade, I don't work much due to my ill health, but I do work whenever I can because, you know, you need money. And also, like, you know, I do enjoy my job. It's just I haven't got great health and can't do it much anymore. But anyway, because yeah, I'm new a dual cab. And honestly, over the years, it really does get old having a ute that's your work ute and your daily, because you always got to carry your tools around in it and you have no room in the tray. So by doing this, I can make this my dedicated work trailer. It's got ladder racks, everything I need. It's a ute, but it's a trailer. And then that way, when I do a job, all I do is hitch this on, go, and that's it. And I can keep my other ute just nice. The other reason for the generator is obviously occasionally you need on-site power, and also it's just a portable way of, like, I can park this trailer near there, and if I still need backup power over there, I've still got the generator close, so that works beautifully. So yeah, so doing that, and the reason I'm doing that now instead of tidying all that this shit up is because it's all part of it. So basically, the other plan I've got is, don't get too excited, it's not like she's going to be road legal yet, but so many years I've been working on this goddamn Hilux I want to finish, trying to get the fucking best batteries I can, this and that, and I'm like, you know what, I've got fucking 25 lead batteries in my battery bank. I don't actually need that much just for me. I bought 25 batteries because I was trying to sustain power for a fucking entire family. I had, you know, partner and 5 kids out here. They fucked off, don't give a shit about me, so well, I don't need fucking 25 batteries. So I decided to sacrifice 12 of them to give me a 144 pack to get me fucking Hilux running, because like I said, it'll get it working. I've still got more work to do to it, but put these batteries in, at least she can work. So get them in there. All I've got to do, I've got to, obviously I can't just plonk them straight in because I've got to basically, you can sort of see here, so there's an angle there. So my idea is they'll actually fit quite neatly. Yeah, I know it's a mess in here. So this section here is pretty much where they're fit. So what I'm going to do is just weld in some angles, so basically you can fit a row and a row nice and securely, then put a bar across a bolt them to hold them in tight, and that's really it. So once they're bolted in, I can then wire it up. This ute will be drivable, this trailer will be finished, which means all my crap that I don't want to get rid of over here, I can then load into that trailer, hitch onto the Hilux, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, move the Hilux, move the trailer, move my shit away from here, get it over there neatly, and then whatever's left, I've got to move some of this chicken coop stuff because I don't want to fuck that up too bad. I can reassemble that. But apart from all the rubbish and garbage around here, unfortunately, even my parts of my life work, what's left of the structure, I'll keep whatever timber's usable, but the rest of it, I've got a mate coming with a bobcat, and we're just gonna fucking go to town and just fucking smash through all this and dump it, because I've got to the 1st of November. This done and time's are ticking, and I'm not just dealing with this, I'm dealing with all kinds of hell in my life, and I'm not going to go onto it because it's YouTube, but honestly, I'm not joking. I'm a bit of a fucking mess at the moment. I'm looking good now, but that's why I'm making a video. I don't make videos when I'm a fucking mess, and unfortunately I've got a lot of physical illnesses and mental illnesses, but hey, I'm here, I'm surviving, I'm coping, doing the best I can. Not easy, it really isn't, but I'm doing what I can. So there's a bit of an update. So I'm going to start that today, start getting that. Basically today's agenda is simply just cut off all the unnecessary bullshit off this. So, you know, cut the chassis there, get rid of all that fucking piping and, you know, torsion bar mounts and torsion shit like that, exhaust, anything that's not needed on the trailer, or on here, we're just going to cut off. So she's prepped. Once that's done, we'll have a crack at getting the drawbar bent in and made. Once that's done, get the axle on the tires, and she's ready to use. Again, not road legal yet, but it'll be ready to use, do what I need to do. Won't get that all done today, but at the very least, get the shit cut off and hopefully get the front hitch bent in, ready to go. So that's today's plan. I think I'll just keep it at that, pace myself, and go from there. But yeah, there's a bit of an update for you guys. So yeah, things are happening in the ute. The ute should be getting running again soon. I'll have a fucking snazzy work trailer. I've got a new combustion vehicle. My home is slowly getting set up. I still haven't got proper power yet. I've got everything I need there, but I haven't been well enough to set everything up. I've got all the panels I need, all the batteries I need, all the equipment I need. It's just doing it. I've got no help, so just doing whatever I can when I can. But I'll get there. The ute, that's why the ute's running at the moment, because I'm just actually running off the dual battery system at the moment. It's got a solar panel in the ute, but it's only 1 panel, and it's a pretty cloudy day today, so we've got to run that. But I am actually setting up, well, I should say I'm not setting up, I have set up my proper solar system. That's the other reason this is running. I'm just going to pause this. I've got a solar array on that caravan and that caravan. That one's connected. I've got it all wired up here. So there's a chart, and I've done things fucking legit here because I'm sick of blowing shit. So that's the charge controller. We've got a breaker from the solar, breaker to the batteries, bus bars, and then from the bus bars to the batteries, we've got 100 amp breakers to go to my 24 volt battery bank. The only issue is these batteries have been sitting that long that they're all below 10 volts. So I'm hoping I can save them, but because they're all so low, the charge controller won't detect them yet. So what I'm doing is I've got this little doobie whacker, and the batteries are that low, if I put them on the 24 volt terminals, it won't even register as 24 volts. So what I'm doing is charging 1 battery at a time at 12 volts to try and get them. It says 14.2, but it's not quite there yet. That's just the current, but it'll tell me when it's full. So I've got to charge each one of these batteries 1 by 1 manually. to get them up to scratch, and then once they're at the right voltage, that will be able to detect it. Won't have to get them fully charged, just enough so that detects it, and then the solar can start charging them and the system should work. Got myself a new inverter, just got a connector up, but it's not connected yet because there's no point. And obviously there's that charge control there because there's another solar array in the other caravan, but I've got to get some breakers and shit to finish that off. So I'm getting there. I don't know if I showed you last time, but I do have a bathroom. So this is my bathroom. I actually quite like it. It's all just thrown together as scrap as usual to have around the place. Needs a bit of a clean, I know. I've got to fix that. A lot of things need. Then the shed got moved, a few things got damaged. But hey, you got the wash machine, laundry sink, pump, gas, nice shower, all works. I'm gonna make just a bit of a linen closet there. Got my mirror, so a little bathroom. She works. Got my tanks. They're all along the front. I'll show you them. Just to give me a bit of a privacy wall, because as you can see, neighbours like to spy on me. So I've got tanks all along the front here just to fucking give me a big privacy wall. And eventually I'll wrap them in a nice plastic, so just to make them look tidier and also to stop algae growing in them. And yeah, I haven't connected the downpipes yet, which is real stupid, but I also haven't connected the tanks together, so I've got that job to do as well. But I've got a fair few. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20,000 litres of water storage there, which is pretty fucking good for a bunch of free tanks. You know, she's not a big round one, but it still works, doesn't it? So I think that's about all I can update you on. Animals are all doing beautiful. I don't know where the fuck they are. They were hanging around. Here's a couple. Look, we've got bloody, you know, I'll tell you, always around, mate. You're beautiful, hey? You just hang around me. But here's the chookies. Well, 2 of them anyway. Got Frederick, and I actually don't have names for him, but he's Frederick the rooster. That's a bird. Bird. And then we've got, what's this one in here? Regina, what are you doing in here? Can you please bugger off? Come on, out. Yeah, thank you. And there's a lot more of them. We've got chicks hanging around the place, but they're free range birds, so you know, they do their own thing. But yeah, I think that's about all I can update you on. Feeling alright today. I've also had my meds though, so that helps. Yeah, I'll try and film. Probably the next thing I film hopefully will be, well, that's my plan today, is to start making the trailer. So we'll try and film some of that happening and go from there, guys. But just thought you'd give you yet another update, but this one's got a bit more info in it and not so vague. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Things are definitely happening. Well, they have to happen. I've got fucking deadlines and people hassling me and court and all other bullshit. But yeah, life and times of Kai. See you in the next one, guys.